welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
And your
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. We'll see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah. How is everybody doing on this lovely Tuesday morning? I almost said Monday, but it's not Monday anymore. It's Tuesday. Unless you're in the wrong time zone like Justin, then it's still, or is it? No, it's not. I don't know. I don't know what time it is right now, but it's sometime after midnight on the East Coast. But we are here to do our WrestleMania 32 predictions. So it is officially WrestleMania week, and I'm excited. But let's get into the predictions. These aren't necessarily in the orders of the matches, like on the match card, just because WWE changes them a lot. You know, you don't necessarily know 100%, and there could be matches that they just, get rid of. Like, hopefully this 10 Diva tag match. But anyway, first we got the 10 Diva total bullshit match. That is... DJ, what's your prediction? Because they freaking added that.
I don't know the details of the match actually. So let me see what it is. What's the details of this match? Let me see if I can find it.
Marie's in it, so that's all you need to know.
What? Eva Marie's in it?
Yeah.
Why? How? How'd she get to the main roster already?
Because they added her on Raw tonight. They were like, you know what? Why not?
What do you know the exact people who are in it?
I know Brie Bella's in it, Lana's in it, Summer Rae. Trying to remember all. Basically, Team Bella versus almost Team Bad.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find that actual match and see if I can figure out who I think's gonna win. Cause I don't really know. Obviously I haven't watched Raw yet, so I don't know the details of.
How do you watch Raw yet?
Because I haven't been home. I just got home like 10 minutes ago. I just got home. My phone was dead, so I couldn't be like, "Oh, I'm not home yet."
You just missed the greatest opening segment and then the shittiest go-home show ever.
If that was my fault, I would blame myself. But turns out, okay, I see the match here. So it is Brie Bella, Paige,
yep,
Talia, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, Emma, and Tamina. So, I honestly, I feel like the face team's gonna go over in this one because apparently Brie Bella is trying to retire after this night, apparently, from what I've been hearing. So, I think that, even though Eva Marie's technically not a face, neither is Alicia Fox. I don't know what this match is. I don't at all. But I'm gonna go with the team Brie Bella, I guess you could call them. It's an interesting team because Brie Bella hasn't, I guess she has kind of turned face. This is an interesting match. I'm kind of glad they added it personally. I think it should have been Lana versus Brie Bella though, just because they seemed like they were having something going on. But
yeah,
Team Bad and Blonde.
Yep.
Okay then. Is Emma technically blonde though?
Yeah, she's blonde.
Yeah, dirty blonde, I guess.
Yeah, she's like a dirty blonde,
Okay, I'm going with team. They're calling the Total Divas is what they're calling them.
I'm gonna go with team I don't care, because I could see if they get rid of any match, it's gonna be this one, and they usually get rid of at least one match per WrestleMania. But there's gonna be a good Divas match on this card. It's just not this one. But I'm gonna go with even though Eva Marie's on the team, I'm gonna go with Team Total Divas just because Brie's on it, and I kind of, if she is retiring, I do kind of want her to go out on top, but I don't know. Let's move on to I'm guessing that's going to be on the pre-show from what I've seen. I think this next match is also supposed to be on the pre-show. We have the Usos versus the Dudleys. This one, I want to say the Usos, but I think the Dudleys are going to go over. Unless they're trying to break up the Dudleys and they use that as a storyline. But I don't really know in this one. DJ?
I actually think this is going to be a pretty good match. This could be more of a setup to a number one contenders match, I feel like. I don't know, and I haven't been able to watch Raw, so I don't know. It says it's a tag team grudge match, so I don't know how much of an actual grudge match this is, just considering, like, what makes this a grudge match. But I'm going to go with the Usos. The only reason I'm saying that is I feel like they went with this whole heel Dudleys thing and then, like, either forgot about it or they lost it. Like you know how, you lose something in your room, but you put it in that place where you won't lose it. I think that's what happened here. I think they just lost the Dudleys heel turn, and then they'll just bring it back up. They found it, randomly, and they're like, oh yeah, that was that spot that I keep my non-lost stuff in. So I think the Usos are going to win this. It just seems like the Usos are going to win. It's kind of a tag team heavy show thus far.
Yeah, and tonight made it even weirder on Raw because they had the Dudleys featured a lot, but they were like helping Triple H beat up Roman Reigns, and they didn't really do anything with the Dudleys and the Usos. I was like, what? Like, you have a big match at Mania, and you're not even like hyping that match up. You're using them as kind of like lackeys for Triple H to help him beat up Roman Reigns, which doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a good match anyway. But next we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't even know the full list of whoever's supposed to be in this match, but I'm just going to go on a limb and say Tyler Breeze. Because, yeah.
Because obviously he's a guy that could be in this match and they would forget about after he wins it, right? That's the premise.
No, well, in that case, it's going to be Mark Henry.
Honestly, I could see it being Mark Henry just because Mark Henry, apparently this might be his last WrestleMania too. This might be just a big honor thing. So far, the people who have declared for this match: Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, so the Social Outcast, Big Show, Kane, and Tyler Breeze. So this is a 7-man battle royal apparently thus far. That's probably all they got healthy to put in it. I'm gonna pick out of these 7 just because they're the only ones that's declared. So they seem to be the only ones I should really care about. I also kind of want to go with Tyler Breeze. I feel like this is gonna be Tyler Breeze's kind of climb to the top a little bit more. Hopefully they'll actually use him. He just came up. I think this would be a good spot to put a newly debuted kind of a superstar like Tyler Breeze and put him kind of more in a mainstream role. I don't know though. I don't know. The whole trophy thing doesn't really go with his gimmick though, I guess you could say. So that's kind of a weird thing, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Tyler Breeze, and my second pick is gonna be my dark horse, I guess. I guess it'll be anyone from the Social Outcast because I just feel like they're trying to build that as something, but they don't really know what they want to build it as.
I feel like if it didn't have such a horrible track record with all the winners basically going on to do nothing, I would pick Tyler Breeze because I want him to, get a push and use him, even though apparently Vince doesn't like him. But with the track record, I would probably, out of those 7, I would probably go with Kane, just because, Big Show's already won it, and Kane would be the only other, one that would be the quote-unquote Andre the Giant, size guy that they can then not do anything with. But anyway, next we have the Intercontinental title ladder match. This is the match that I'm really excited for. They've been building up really good. They had a really interesting tag team match tonight. I think it was a six-man tag team match that built up. Kind of felt like more of the feud between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which got me excited. I'm still going to go with Sami Zayn. I feel like, they might, this could be a good way to build up a feud between them on the main roster. And I don't really see any of these other guys really getting a title shot. I mean, I like a lot of them, but I just don't see WWE really trusting any of these guys enough. I mean, Dolph Ziggler has had the title multiple times. He seems like right now he's one of those guys who just gets other guys over. The Stardust thing is kind of just so old, and I can't see them putting the title on him. Sin Cara, again, is kind of just lost in the fold a little bit. Screw The Miz, and I would love to see Ryder win it, but the track record with Ryder in WWE, they don't trust him, they don't give him any shots, so I would love to see it, but just from, WWE's history, I'm going to go either Owens retains or Sami Zayn wins the title. I hope Sami Zayn wins, but DJ?
This is a tough one, because you could see someone else winning this. Waiting for the echo to go away. You could see someone else winning this, and then, and that kind of breaking off a feud between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, giving them something to continue to fight against. Maybe somehow they kind of screw each other out of the title, and I don't know, Stardust wins or something. But I don't know. I mean, I heard that the Stardust thing has kept going because Cody wants to keep going with the Stardust thing. He wants to honor his dad in some way with the Stardust gimmick. So, more respect to him for that. And one thing with that is, he talked about the Cosmic Key and all of that. And I thought the Cosmic Key was a title, and I don't think he's won but one title since he's turned into Stardust. So I'm kind of wondering if he'll win the Intercontinental title. Maybe in this match. I know he still feels like he was kind of thrown in. Ryder's another guy where I'm like, as I love Zack Ryder, but why? What did you do to deserve this match? Nothing. I'm thinking he probably just took the place of Neville, considering Neville was probably going to end up being in this match, but he got hurt. I would love to see The Miz win this match because they're just not doing anything with him. But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, as a fan, who could win this and it would actually help them. Because even if neither Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn win this match, they still have something that's still brewing. Ziggler doesn't need it. Sin Cara, I don't really know. This one's a tough one. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Stardust.
All right.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go with Stardust because I feel like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens can keep going, but they don't really need a title to keep going. That's still something that they've already had.
Yeah.
So I'm going Stardust.
All right. Next, we have the Battle for Supremacy match, because, why would we want a tag team championship match? No, just take the titles completely out of the picture for Mania and make it a Battle for Supremacy. Good job, WWE. I'm going with the League of Nations. I think this one's really even though. I could see it going either way, but for some reason I'm gonna go with the League of Nations. I don't know. DJ?
Honestly, when looking at this match, I honestly feel like this should have been just 4-on-3 for the tag team titles. Maybe 4-on-3 even elimination. I was talking to one of my friends and he said, even elimination would have been fine. Like, because, I think it's hard to like section off a part of the League of Nations and throw them in the match just because they are kind of a tight-knit group, I guess you could say. And then it would allow the New Day to use their 3 members too. And I'm upset about this not being a tag team title match too, because I was like, finally, the tag team titles get defended on the actual card. I was looking forward to this the entire time, like probably since Fastlane, probably since Rumble. I was like, please let this be on the card. They made it for the tag team titles, and then they changed it, and I'm like, why? Like, not even just the New Day for being champions for so long. Doesn't just the tag team division deserve it? Considering, the tag team division, the tag team title has been defended on the pre-show for the past 2 years. I just feel like it kind of deserves it at this point. But I'm gonna go with the New Day. I think this is a good time to continue that role a little bit. But to be honest, I kind of feel like this would be a good chance for the League of Nations too, just because without the titles on the line, it gives them a crutch to win this match.
Yeah. So, next, officially put on the card, is AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Another match I'm really excited for, even though we've already seen it almost too much. I think they just did this match over and over too many times, and I mean it's going to be exciting at WrestleMania anyway, but it's not going to be as exciting as if this was built up and this was their first match. I still think they should have done that, kind of like they did with Fandango. But I'm gonna pick AJ just because Jericho is one of those guys who does put younger talent over, and I think AJ is over enough that it seems obvious that he would win. I don't know what really is in it for Jericho to win. He's already over. He's already a huge star. He doesn't necessarily need this win. He can give it to AJ and kind of get AJ over for the fans he may not be over with right now, which is for TNA fans it's kind of hard to imagine him not being over to anybody. But I'm gonna go with AJ on this one. DJ?
This is one of those matches I'm excited to see it, but like you said, I think it's just overdone. I mean, they've only had 2 matches on pay-per-views, and they've had like one on I think a normal show or whatever too. I just feel like it's kind of overdone. I think instead of adding in Ryder and some other random person to that ladder match, they should have added these 2 guys, because I think that would have been cool. So then you can still get the feud. You can still kind of continue the feud, I guess, but then you can still have it to where, we don't have to see him one-on-one again. But I'm going to go with AJ too. I just feel like this is AJ's debut. So why wouldn't he win this match? Obviously, like you said, Jericho doesn't need it. Wouldn't make any sense for Jericho to win. So I'm going to go with AJ. I think it's going to be a good match though.
Yeah, definitely. Next, we got the U.S. title match: Callisto versus Goldberg. Ryback. It's Ryback. I don't even know. I feel like they're trying to push Ryback, but I'm gonna go with Callisto retaining. I would like to see Ryback win the title and actually get pushed and have it actually go somewhere. But we've seen that in the past that they start to push him and then something happens where they give up, kind of like Swagger. But I'm gonna go with Callisto retaining. DJ.
I'm actually loving this heel Ryback. I've only seen it for 1 week, so I haven't had a lot to build on it. But the one promo I saw, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was something new, something we hadn't really seen from Ryback, which I like. Because you can feed me more all you want to, but to a point that if they're not going to do anything with it or push you with it, then it gets boring. So at least they're trying to do something with him. I honestly hope I'm going to be cheering for Ryback in this one. I like Ryback a lot. I've liked him since he came in. So I think what's going to happen here is I think Ryback's going to win the title, which I think immediately puts a storyline on him and on that U.S. title. Just considering, Ryback's heel now. Who's next? In line. Who's next? Get it? Who's next in line for the for the title? Who's Ryback trying to take down a peg now and whatnot. Then I think they may even set up a Callisto Sin Cara feud maybe after this. But I'm gonna go with Ryback.
All right. Next, probably going to be one of the best matches of the night, to be honest. The Divas match. We got Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus the champion Charlotte. I'm going Sasha Banks. I feel like they've pushed her more than definitely more than Becky Lynch. And I feel like she's just ready for the title. And I don't know. I like Charlotte with the title, but I kind of want to see Sasha get a title shot or a title run. Maybe have them win it back and forth from each other a couple of times. Not too many times like WWE tends to do, but it's just going to be a really good match, I feel like. But I'm going to pick, like I said, Sasha Banks. DJ?
This one's a tough one, actually. Because, I think, they've been pushing Charlotte for a while. But I think people are kind of getting bored of Charlotte. Especially Charlotte with Rick. So I could see something where Rick maybe calls Charlotte this match and then Sasha ends up winning or something, and then that sets up a one-on-one feud between them. Because Becky, I like her a lot, but I just feel like she's kind of just there. I feel like Charlotte versus Sasha was what we wanted, and Becky just kind of got thrown in. So I'm gonna go with Sasha because I'm gonna go with Sasha too. I think it could be a good thing, but it all depends on how they book the women. Just in the future, not necessarily in this match, but
yeah. So next we got the Hell in a Cell match: Shane McMahon versus Undertaker. If Shane wins, he gets control of Monday Night Raw. If Taker loses, he has to retire. So it's this one's so hard because on one hand, I want Shane to win because I want him to get control of Raw and hopefully fix things and make things better. But at the same time, nobody wants to see Taker have to retire, even though it's inevitable that it's going to happen.
Is that what that is?
Is that what that is? Is it a retirement?
Yeah. So if he loses, it's going to be his last match. They said last Mania match, so I don't know if it's going to be his last match or just his last Mania match. I don't know. But I'm going to let you pick first on this one because I got to think.
I'm gonna. I mean, because I think seeing Taker lose for the second time at Mania, it's a tough one to see. But why would they invoke this? Because I think the retirement stipulation is just to kind of keep it in the back of mind. Oh, he won't lose. Taker's never going to retire. But honestly, I think, what Taker's like 46 now? I think that, no, I think Shane's 46. But I think that Shane's going to win this just because, the WWE doesn't always listen to us, or at least they're kind of slow to listen to us. So I feel like, we've been wanting Shane back for quite some time. And I think we're tired of the authority storyline, so we kind of want to see at least something slightly new with Shane. So I think Shane's gonna win. And I know people are like, doesn't it make Taker look weak if he loses to a non-wrestler? But if you think about it, he's losing to a non-wrestler, yes, in his match, but he's losing to a non-wrestler in more of a fight than a match. And a non-wrestler who will do anything it takes to win. We've seen it before. So why don't you quit complaining about everything, freaking wrestling fans?
Yeah. Taker's actually 51, so
that was close.
He's getting up there. Side note, I got so mad, as I usually do with Michael Cole, but Michael Cole called Shane McMahon tonight a young kid. I was like, you're only a year older than him. What the fuck? How do you call him a young kid when you're 47 and he's 46? Anyway, I'm still gonna go with Shane. I don't know. For one, I don't know why they would bring him back if not to keep him in some sort of a permanent role. Especially considering he left the company that he was building up. So, why would you leave a company that you were, doing so much with to not, to come to WWE again for a short period of time. So I think that's going to be a long-term thing. And, I agree, a lot of people are going to, bitch and complain that, Taker lost to a non-wrestler, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you think about it, like, it's almost like him losing to Vince himself in a way, just because, if you know a little bit about, the backstage in WWE and, like, behind the scenes, Vince and Taker are apparently, like, really close. They're, really close. So I think, ideally, if he could, he would love to have, Vince, make him retire in a match. But Vince is like 70 now, 69, 70, so he's obviously not going to have another match. So kind of the next best thing is Shane doing it. But either way, I'm excited for it. I feel like we're gonna see some crazy spot from Shane McMahon. We saw a elbow drop from the top rope on the announce table tonight at Raw, which he kind of missed completely. But it's okay. He's 46. You can't yell at him too much. Come on now. He's getting old. But I'm just excited for this match. It's one of those matches that you're curious just to see. Just because Shane's been out for so long, and I'm just I want to see what he does in this match. His punches aren't too impressive that we've seen in the past couple weeks, but I'm just excited about this match. Like I said, nobody wants to see Taker retire, especially if you've grown up with Taker. But it has to happen. So you got to think eventually somebody has to have his last match, and who else is there to have Taker's last match? Everyone wanted Sting. Unfortunately, Sting had to retire too. He's already faced Triple H a bunch of times. He's already faced Shawn Michaels a bunch of times. there's really not that many other people that could, have a retirement match with Taker, except maybe The Rock. But they've never built up anything between Undertaker and The Rock, which is kind of weird. But anyway, moving on. We got the street fight. The Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
You just gotta, throw up your throat a little bit and almost, throw up on yourself. It's painful. It really is, but, I'm going to go against everybody, and I'm going to say that Dean Ambrose is going to pull this one out. I don't care what anyone says. He's the Lunatic Fringe, and it's in a street fight. If there's any match that he could win against Brock Lesnar, it's going to be a street fight. So I'm going to give it to Dean Ambrose. DJ?
Honestly, I think it would be a bigger moment if this wasn't a street fight for Dean to win, because now Dean has this big old street fight crutch to lean on to actually win this match. I would love to see this feud keep going, or slowly keep going if Lesnar doesn't come back until like SummerSlam or something, and then maybe they have like a match at SummerSlam too. Because I like this feud. Maybe they should just do some stuff where Lesnar just attacks Dean Ambrose, or do some like pre-recorded stuff where Lesnar has attacked Dean Ambrose or something. I don't know. I would love to see Dean win, but I want to see Dean win a regular match, because I just feel like the whole no DQ street fight thing is just kind of a big crutch for him, and it doesn't make him look as strong if he wins. Using weapons, using his environment, which is kind of his thing, but still, I'm gonna go with Brock. I'm gonna go with Brock in hopes that Dean can win a normal match clean against Brock later. Because I think that, and one more thing, because I just think that would be a good. I just think that would be a good. Because Brock has been built as so strong that I feel like it needs to be the right person to beat him, and Dean's a good person for that, but I don't want it to be like, oh, well, Dean only beat him because he could use weapons.
True. I don't know. But, I don't know. I feel like either way it's going to look bad. I feel like if, Brock wins, it's just going to look like, oh, it's just a squash match. Dean Ambrose always loses, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But moving on to the main event of the evening. Can we just not have this match?
Is it Snoop Dogg's induction?
Oh god. The World Heavyweight Championship match.
So no match, just Snoop Dogg's induction, right?
Yeah, just Snoop Dogg. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. The fan in me just wants this to be like a disqualification and a title vacancy, and but I feel like Roman Reigns is going to win, and the fans are going to shit all over it because the fans still don't want Roman Reigns to win the title. Even though there's been a couple Raws and SmackDowns where, he's gotten big pops, but one or two big pops here and there doesn't, mean we want you to have the title. But then again, I love Triple H, but I don't like seeing an authority figure with the title. I think that's cheap, and it's just I don't know. It's supposed to be an abuse of power because he's a heel, but I just don't like it. I want an actual member of the roster to have the title. I mean, that's what it's there for. It's for these guys to work up to having the title. Not the COO having the title, because really, if he wanted to, he could just strip whoever is the champion of the title and declare himself the champion if he wanted to. So I don't know, but
DJ.
I'm actually kind of excited for this match. It has a lot of, from a storyline standpoint, it has a lot of circularity within it, where it all comes full circle. So obviously, I feel like Roman's gonna win. What good does it do for Triple H to have the title? He's barely even been on TV with the title. He was on TV more when he was just in a suit. I think he lost his title ties with what it was. He didn't have any ties. He felt like he wasn't formal enough. I get it, but I think Roman's gonna win, and I'm excited to see Roman win. I like Roman for some reason. I just really like Roman. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the people that people crap on, people hate. Oh man, I love him more than anybody. So I'm gonna go with Roman. I think Roman is gonna win this. I am expecting him to do some kind of craziness though, some kind of big moment. It is Mania. It's not just gonna be him winning and confetti coming down, him laying in the ring like he did that one time when he won the match or whatever. So I think something's gonna happen, but I still think Roman. I don't know what exactly is gonna happen, but something's gonna happen, and Roman's gonna win. Believe that.
Right. Yes, that was the card for WrestleMania 32. I'm excited for it. Any thoughts on the card in general? I know for a while there we weren't sure, just with all the injuries and everything. And then you got to think also, we usually have some big debuts or returns. So it's kind of I'm in the back of my mind. I'm thinking about that too. Who's gonna return? Who's gonna debut? Any thoughts on the card in general? The show? Any thoughts on returns or debuts?
With all the injuries, the card actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, they obviously could have made some changes to the card. It obviously still feels a little thrown together because it is. But I just feel like, for all the injuries that they've had, and they've had injuries just. I'm pretty sure I heard that The Miz got injured at a live show, like this past week. So like the injuries have just been piling up, and it's not necessarily WWE's fault, but still, I feel like I'm just the only thing that's missing is, well, never mind. It's not missing because they got an NXT special coming up right before it, so. Never mind, because I know we talked about an NXT title match maybe being on Mania, but I forgot they have a special like right before it. So I don't know. I mean it's WrestleMania, so it's gonna be, at least in the moment, good to us anyway. So I just wanna see how it's gonna go. I think the card is pretty good considering what they have.
I feel like looking at this card, we've had worse WrestleMania cards. Just thinking about some of the shows that we've reviewed in our WrestleMania road trip, there's been a couple that were worse. So I think for what they have and what they were able to do, it is, like you said, kind of thrown together, but they could have done a lot worse. With what they have, so I'm so excited for it. And again, like I said, there's always debuts and returns, so there's always exciting stuff, and it's Mania. So, but yeah, that was our predictions for WrestleMania 32. We have WrestleMania 30 coming up on our last stop in our road to WrestleMania. I think we said Thursday. I don't remember what Justin said.
He said Tuesday, but I don't know. It'll probably be Tuesday. It'll be before Mania 32. So
sometime before Mania 32, and then we have another NXT coming up and TNA. So it's gonna be a very, very busy week. But we we will see you guys. Definitely don't forget to follow, subscribe, follow the Twitter, like, comment, share, all the stuff that we normally tell you to do. But we will see you. DJ, are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it, DJ? DJ, say it. Say it. On the flippity dippity. That was DJ, by the way. Oh yeah.